start with your story.
Yeah, so hold on. I need to go to chat. I need to actually pull it up since I haven't done that yet. But so yeah, that was great. I went to Yu-Gi-Oh yesterday and I played Exodia and I only won one round. And so the way it works is you get a pack of cards for every round you win, and if you win all 4 rounds, you get an extra pack. So this was like a new set of cards had just come out Friday and it was Saturday. So everyone was excited about all of that. So I won one pack of cards, and in that one pack of cards, I got a card worth $90, and everyone there wanted it. So that was awesome. I got a fucking Solemn Strike and immediately sold it. And everyone was just a little salty that happened.
I'll just show Solemn Strike to everyone, so everyone knows.
It's a pretty decent card.
There we go. There it is.
Didn't need that.
Solemn Strike.
So is this a new record? Because that was 0 seconds. Before mentioning Yu-Gi-Oh.
It was actually somewhere in the minuses, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was happening before the stream, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is the kind of chat I'm talking about. Look, we got Clown Fiesta immediately.
I guess the next thing on our agenda is apparently a whole lot of people are searching for Minecraft porn on Pornhub. Which is like, what the fuck?
You know, when they announced Fallout 4, that was the most viewed thing on Pornhub for that day.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, if you've spent any amount of time on the internet, you've probably seen some weird shit. You've probably seen some disgusting shit. But this is probably the first time I've ever seen something where I was just like, why? Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, I was kind of just in disbelief, but that's whatever. God damn it. Fuck Minecraft porn.
See, I kind of want to look this up now, but I don't at the same time.
No,
'cause
you
I know
don't.
exactly what
I've
you
already
expect.
looked it up. I had that same thing, and just don't. It's exactly what you would expect, and it's worse than that. So,
It looks like this block of dirt fits exactly between these cobblestones.
Wow.
yeah. Anyways, Guild Wars 2, I guess, now that
Yeah.
everyone has been scared away and we're going to
Do
have
we have
0
to?
viewers.
Well, yeah, Guild Wars 2, and I think the most important thing we can talk about is the state of the game update, which demonstrates ArenaNet's amazing capacity to write a lot of words that don't really say anything.
I mean, they demonstrated that with all of the story so far.
Hey,
So,
Well, I don't know. I don't think there was even that much dialogue in the story compared to this blog post.
it was more just like press F to Bear's card says this game has no state. I'll agree.
Oh, so it's constantly in
Meta is
flux. That's
constantly in
exactly,
flux.
yeah. It's exactly what ArenaNet want. Thanks, card. They take that as a
Jesus.
compliment card. They love you. Well, yeah. There's a bunch of things. For a start, they're basically, with this update, they've updated us with a state of the game update. They've said that they're going to update the game. Fun fact.
I have another question. You don't use Photoshop, do you, Teapot?
No.
So you have like a transparent version of MagicalMike's avatar, yeah?
Yes.
Did you select by color in GIMP and then remove the background or something?
Yeah.
I know what you're going to point out.
And
It's
it-
that one little sliver of white between
Yeah.
the hair, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
Doesn't
there's
quite
that,
work.
but there's also like the fluffy collar at the bottom. Like, how did you not grab that?
It's different. It's a different
What?
shade of white.
I don't know. I didn't draw it. I can't tell you that.
I guess it's
Magic.
yeah, but
Magic one tool and
Yeah, well,
crop and bucket fill.
there's
That's
a
my
very
knowledge of him.
there's a very thin grey outline around it.
yeah, I see that too. But I don't know. Maybe I don't remember how GIMP works, but that's all right.
I'll
It's
tell you how
just-
GIMP works. It doesn't. It just... You want to put a drop shadow on stuff? Haha, you're going to need
Oh
4
my
layers
God.
for that.
Yeah, GIMP is
Drop-
not very
yeah.
good. Not very good for that sort of thing.
Well, it can be. You just have to like. It's like I don't
You,
know.
you,
It's like if you want to drive a car, but the only way to drive the car is to take the windshield out and lay down on the hood and reach inside, and then like turn the side view mirrors around and navigate by using those to see. Like that's how you work with GIMP. Like Photoshop is you just fucking sit in the car and drive it. And
Photoshop is for graphic designers, and GIMP is for engineers.
yeah, I that's actually pretty accurate, I
Mm.
think.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. Anyway,
GW2 stream point.
Hmm.
Rex is on point. Yeah. What should we talk about first? There's quite a lot of things here. What about the Shatterer? That's kind of a big thing. I mean, the first question that comes to mind when I think about the fact that they're gonna buff the Shatterer, but they're not gonna buff it that much because the way the rewards are described, it's not that
Yeah.
big. You only get an extra rare.
I don't think that's a big deal because it's something everybody can just do for free every single day and like multiple times a day. It's like if you fucking got like something incredible from it other than like tokens to buy whatever, like I don't have a problem with just getting rares. Like I've had a long time to think about that and like I've been thinking about it from the perspective of other games too. Like in Fallout 4 when you're playing on survival difficulty and you just get like legendary gear every other mob you kill. Like it doesn't matter. Like it's not special, it's not cool. Like and plus exotics, like all of the exotics would like drop in price and in value because scarcity, I mean, like that's essentially how economics works. Scarcity. It's just the study of scarcity. So, I mean,
But I was expecting something like Tequatl again, because that would be cool.
Well,
Another
like a
giant
ascended-
dragon.
branded weapons.
ascended weapon chests like that are unique. That'd be nice, except like you have like one person out of 100 get one every like maybe like twice a week. So I don't know.
I don't think it's that bad with
Yeah,
Tequatl.
it's
I've got
not-
it twice with Tequatl. Yeah.
I've never gotten one. Like
Huh.
I quit doing it like as soon as Heart of Thorns came out because I was like, oh, there's no point. Like I'd done it like almost every day before that.
Am I allowed to complain that I've never got one, even though I've only done Tequatl like 10 times?
That's
I
fine.
don't. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
You can say never
okay
lucky.
with it.
Never lucky.
God damn
baby
it!
rage.
I am never lucky. I
Yeah.
deserve this. I've done it at least 10 times. Come on, ArenaNet, please.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
But no, I don't. I didn't really expect a whole lot from rewards from the Shatter, honestly.
Yeah,
Like
I
they said, the back piece. I mean, great, it's another back piece, but we haven't seen it yet. It might be really nice.
Hmm.
I doubt it, but whatever. Skins are skins. It's always useful.
I hate all back pieces. They're just all ugly.
Yep.
Like they clip with armor. Like they're fucking stupid. Like I don't care. Like just give me stats and I'll hide it and that'll be fine.
Yeah, you're right there. I know. What back piece would you like though? Is there any back piece?
No. I
No?
can't conceivably think of anyone that I would ever want. Like I don't know.
Fair enough. Not even capes.
Literally neither can
I don't want
Capes.
I don't want capes. I don't care about capes. I don't give a shit about capes. My name's not Wooden Potatoes and I don't role play, so whatever.
Whoa,
Shots
I've been
fired.
triggered. You don't
Wow.
roleplay. Jeez, I'm out. This stream's too much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is a bit of a role play stream anyway. So by being on it, you are in fact a role player, and you've raided with us as
Can't
well. That
confirm.
makes you a double role player. So yeah.
I have not raided with you guys.
Oh no, Brazil has though.
Yeah, I
I
have.
see.
He is
I
the
see.
ultimate role player in that respect.
Some of the worst rating I've ever experienced.
There you go. There you go. We miss our Sabbather bombs 100% of the time. Oh yeah. Anyway, no, what I was expecting was I was expecting another really difficult fight though. You know, well, more difficult in such a way that you can't just run over it like all the other world bosses. Because from what I'm expecting is just going to be, they made it a bit more annoying now, just like the Mark II Golem, where they got rid of the spot where you can just AFK on it. That's basically what they're doing, and that's somewhat disappointing. I just don't understand the motivation. They try and distract us from the lack of things happening with this, or I don't even know.
I'd rather
Just
just
make the
like
fight more interesting, you know?
it's a
Like, as it is right now, you stand in one spot and just auto-attack. The more interesting fights are better. It's just not necessarily going to excite a lot of people, as is.
like I'm not looking for any like intense stimulation from world bosses. Like I'm fine with going in for like 3 seconds and then killing it. Maybe that's just because I'm like disillusioned because I've been playing the game for so long and like I just don't care about the content that's like not raids or not hard anymore. But I get that like new players like to the game, like that makes a big impression. Like when you come in and you're like, "Oh, fuck, this is crazy. This is the best game ever." Like no other MMO has this massive boss that just spawns. And like going like I remember like whenever I first started playing in Queensdale, people were like, "Is Shadow Behemoth up? Is Shadow Behemoth up?" I was like, "What's Shadow Behemoth?" And like people were like, "Shadow Behemoth's up. Come to this waypoint." I like went over there. I was like, "Oh, this is great. This is the best game ever." And so that's what new players do. So I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, old veteran role players like us are somewhat jaded,
Yeah.
especially with the new Heart of Thorns maps.
I mean, we're so jaded. We don't even use like brackets and parentheses when we're just talking in normal talk. So we should do that every time we say something normal. We should just put brackets around our head like this. I don't care. This game is awesome. You know, just like roleplay.
Wow, that was pretty funny. But you know what else
Yeah.
is happening and is interlocking with the Shatterers gliding all over the world in Central Tyria. How about that? That's exciting, right? Are you excited, Brazil?
I mean, I'm kind of excited because instead of like walking down to a particular spot in Divinity's Reach from the bank waypoint and having to jump carefully to not kill myself on my way to the armor repair that's down below, like I'll be able to just jump off and glide now, and it'll make it take like 2 seconds less. So that's nice.
Yeah!
That's probably all the Central Tyrian gliding I'm gonna do though, honestly.
Where do you think they're trying to... Why have they added it, do you think? Is it to hook in the free players so they buy Heart of
Probably.
Thorns?
I definitely think there's some of that, and I definitely think it's because it's just something for people to do, something, something to get people excited for. Because ArenaNet likes to do that. They like to get people really excited, and people post about it on Reddit, and then like a week later, no one cares anymore, and then the week after that, people are mad about it. So it's just something to get people to do something and like have some form of entertainment. That's the
Are you
cycle.
are you saying they're trying to distract us from actual problems by
Yeah,
giving us toys to play with?
yeah.
No, ArenaNet wouldn't do that.
Well, why didn't you tell us about some of those problems? Because you...
Oh, please no.
Yeah, seeing as
We
you have
should.
extensively expressed your thoughts on that, why not now express them
Ugh.
to the Twitch plebs?
I think all the Twitch plebs have seen it, honestly. Like, the amount of comments I get on that, like, most of the comments that I get now are either, I agree with you, or I bought this game and I don't like the fact that I might not like it and I've spent my money on it and I want to justify that fact, and please God, I haven't made a bad decision. And they try and justify their purchase by saying, no, no, it is good. It is good. Believe it, please.
You
And
don't ever get comments that say, "Will you stop being such a virgin? If it's your goal to fix your sad life, then start with getting away from being a cunt on the internet and pretending to be
I
cool
saw
by
this
making
comment.
jokes and talking shit about others. What you do is in no way better than what the people did who bullied you in school." You don't get
Oh,
any comments like that from No
Not
Trigger
often.
Parse
I'm
God?
surprised. I'm surprised you even get those kind of comments, but what the fuck was that? I thought that story last week was funny.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
see
like
why that guy's so mad
this
about
this
that.
this stuff provides quality entertainment. So if you have anything mean to say, just let it all out, and we'll make fun of you and laugh about it on Tea Time.
ah,
I mean, shit, I don't get that.
you could even use the comment section of this tea time in order
Yeah.
to do that. For easy access for Brazil, It's perfect. Yeah, we're very easy to trigger here on TeaTime. That's the thing you need to know about. It's very easy to trigger.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, there are certain levels of problems, but what would you like? What would you like them to do, Mike? How do they fix it? How do they
What would I like you to
earn
do?
your money?
How would they earn my money? Well,
Yeah.
first off, don't announce another expansion before fucking making this one decent. Like that was a real like, hey, by the way.
What?
W-
We have a
It
DC
confused
voice.
me. No, I was just
Oh.
I pushed to talk fucked.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Don't know how much of that you missed.
I thought you might have seen some Minecraft porn, and you were just
I did,
speechless.
and I was triggered, and I left to
Yeah.
polish something. Anyway, yeah, they announced the other expansion, and I was like, well, I mean, fine that you're working on it, but can you announce fixing stuff in this one first? Like that should be first and foremost, because that's more current.
To a certain extent, they
What?
have announced that though. In this blog post, they
Yeah,
basically said,
in
"We will
many,
fix
many
the
words
game."
that don't say anything.
No, we
Like
have.
this whole blog post is full of fluff, and I want more detail, honestly.
But
I want
we'll
them to go
get that
back to
in the
that time.
future. Don't worry.
Oh
Just
yeah,
like new
yeah, I trust that.
fractals.
Ooh, fractal
I want them
leaderboards.
to go back to that time in like season 1 where they'd say, "Hey, the next update here's a page with all the information. It might not all come out, but here's all the fucking information that you're gonna get, and all this stuff, and all these details and things to expect." And then you go, "All right, now I know what to expect. I'm excited about this, this, and this. Cool. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't."
Mm,
Fine, but apparently enough people were angry about when things didn't
Didn't
come to the
happen.
game
yeah.
that ArenaNet went, okay, well, we'll just change our policy and not tell anyone anything. And I think that's really unfortunate. This new state of the game thing is a good start, but I'd like more. I'd like them to just be more open with us. And we can say that for about 1,000. We can just constantly repeat that, but whether or not they're actually going to take any notice or whether people actually give a damn to mean it is a completely different thing.
Mm. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, Locke kind of does say something pretty funny. The fractal back piece is coming out in, well, it's delayed for ages, which is actually really funny.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
You
why is
you
the
can
chat
you
isn't
get the
online?
full legendary back piece right now? You can,
You
can't
can
you?
get the precursor and that's...
Oh, are you sure it's just the precursor? I thought that was like the full one.
Everybody says precursor.
It's like
I
it
haven't done
goes up
myself.
like this and it has fire that comes out of it. So I thought that was the full legendary back piece. Because that's the one that they like showed off with the full legendary fractal back piece. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, that is somewhat unfortunate. Also quite amusing. I mean, why do you think that is? Why did they delay it for so long? I mean, it's
They don't
probably
fucking give a shit.
in the
It
game,
has to be
right?
tied to the leaderboards. It has to be tied to them because why wouldn't they have just brought that out?
I mean, the legendary stuff literally is. It's like you fucking get high enough up and you can start like doing stuff. Like I think you have to get Ruby for 4 seasons, or if you get to like Sapphire, it's like 3 or something, and then Legend, it's like 2. Or like Diamond is after Ruby, I think. Sapphire's before it. So
Isn't it one season of Legendary?
yeah, it's 1 or 2. I heard 2, but I think there are people that already have it just based off observation. Because I see people running around with the thing that looks like what they were advertising. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Restless makes a point, by the way.
What's he saying? That
Like,
emote
how
face?
is the
Oh,
fucking
the one above.
leaderboard for fractals going to work? Like, what are they going to do? It's
It'll
not
probably
like
be clear times.
who
Which
gives a
is,
shit about that? Honestly,
people are
who
going to be
cares?
mad about that, and people aren't going to care other than like tryhards that think fractals are good and challenging and hard and fun.
There was a
Which,
Reddit thread like last week or so that it was just a poll on who gives a damn about fractal leaderboards, and it was
yeah.
an overwhelming like 95% nobody.
Mm-hmm.
no. I mean, it's better than nothing though. There is a certain audience that kind of
I
wants
don't
to-
even agree with that. I don't
I
even
think it's
agree with
worse
that.
than the same as nothing.
I think at this point they should just stop fucking talking about it and pretend like they never said anything about it in the first place and just
No,
leave
they
it.
shouldn't pretend that they never said anything. They should say, look, we've talked about this, we've thought about different implementations, and overall people don't care, and we don't see the value of it, so we're just going to scrap it. Just tell us. Just tell us what you're going to do with it and give up on it, because whatever you do at this point, it isn't going to do anything useful for us.
I think it's even worse than that. I think whatever they do now, people will just rip it to shreds and call it terrible and say they're useless and
I mean, that's what we're doing right now.
yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Well,
exactly. And it'll happen.
I don't know. I think there's nothing wrong with clear times because that's basically what they have for adventures right now, and adventures are not the same thing, but they are.
Teapot.
They are.
Teapot.
What?
Adventures are so broken, though.
What?
Like, people have hacked
Okay,
in a way and
yeah,
have
yeah, okay,
flown
I've
through
seen
the
this.
maps
Yeah,
and
this is really
it's-
funny. There's loads of ones with
Come on.
000 for the
Yeah,
fastest
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
That's really
Has
funny.
anyone even cleared Haywire Punch-O-Matic yet?
Oh, I've tried a lot. I spent a lot of time on that piece of shit, and I can't get gold.
The last time I saw, nobody still had it.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it's still literally impossible. And
Wow.
that, the floor is lava, question mark,
Oh,
is...
that's
I don't
annoying.
so
I don't
much
even
salt.
understand that one.
That's such an annoying one.
Why the fuck isn't the floor actual lava? Like why wouldn't you just like put lava like it's not a
Because
fucking
it's a
like
jungle! Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it. Like I mean that's whatever. Like I hate adventures. They're all stupid. I don't like any of them. I don't want to do them. I did them for mastery points and that's it. Like I'm mad that I had to do that much of them. If I never had to do adventures, I would be more happy about that.
I think the
Like
one.
I get that there are people that like them and have fun and like want to do them. I don't have a problem with their existence or anything. I just like I don't like them. Again, oh no, Brazil doesn't like something. There we
Yeah.
go.
Who would have thought?
No, this seems to be the common theme. A lot of people really hate that mastery points are gated behind those, even though there's plenty of points in the expansion to actually like never do an adventure. I'm actually in the minority when I say I like the adventures, and I'll tell you why I like them. It's because the mechanics change, and suddenly you're not playing your generic 100 Blades warrior anymore. Like suddenly I'm using glint skills and flying around and thinking about how to move around more efficiently and how to more strategy than just, oh, I run in, I rush 100 blades, the thing's dead, move on. It's just a different way to play the game, and I need more of that because Guild Wars 2 suffers from dodge works against everything, and each generic meta build works against everything, and you just play the same thing over and over again. And
I
just change
I
that up.
agree with that to an extent, but like raids, that's not necessarily true. Like if
Raids
you
are
just
completely different. I agree. With that.
yeah. Like if you just expect to, I've seen people live stream going into raids and pressing 100 blades to win, and they didn't do very well. It requires a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Like for the open world stuff, again, like open world, I don't think it needs to be hard. I don't think there's any point of it being hard. People people want hard stuff apparently, but when they get it, it turns out they don't actually want it because I've never seen a person in like the entirety that Heart of Thorns has been out say, I really like rolling devils. I think they're awesome. I have fun fighting them. Like, I don't know.
I've seen people say that about the Pocket Raptors.
Yeah.
And that's my group in particular. We really love the Pocket Raptors because we see people just get shreked by them constantly. And it's hilarious because you can just like do like a whirlwind attack through it and they're dead.
Yeah.
Or just lay a Dragon Hunter trap down and they're all dead and people still somehow die to them. I mean, hell, even I die to those things if I'm not paying attention, but and people complain about them and I think that's really funny.
Yeah.
Sure.
Watching people get angry is funny. I don't know. I think the adventure. I like the adventures as well. I think the vast majority of them are really good fun, except for the stupid shooting gallery one. That one sucks. I don't care. I'll never do
beat
that one.
I fucking beat that and I will lord above everyone that can't beat it.
Did
because
you
I'm the
get
best
did
person.
you get gold on it?
I got the gold on it. It took me like several hours and it took me just based god RNG to finally give me the correct fucking spawns. But it happened and I was so happy about it.
Yeah.
And then I looked at Fallen Masks and went, yeah, I think I'd rather kill myself than try and get anything above silver.
I think Fallen Mass isn't as tight as Shooting Gallery, is it? I think I only did it once. But I thought, fuck this RNG Fiesta. But it didn't seem as stressful as Shooting Gallery.
I think Fallen Masks suffers from the same problem that the floor is lava suffers from, which is any kind of ping above like 2 makes it so that
Yeah,
every
it's like
interaction with a
impossible.
mushroom or those things that you have to kick off takes a little bit longer and stutters, and you get this tiny micro lag, and that adds up to be longer than the time that you actually have allocated to get gold. It's still possible, but like everyone that I've seen do it in really good time has had like traveler runes before they got nerfed, or like Thief Shortbow 5 before they press accept on the go button and stuff like that, and it's just dumb little tricks that you can't legitimately do. Like it shouldn't be balanced around that, and it obviously wasn't. But you know, there you go.
What I really find fascinating about some of them is that they clearly didn't really test them that much. I mean, yeah, like you said, you know, the golem, the punchy golem. Why did they not test to see if it was even possible to get gold? You know, how does this get through? You know, I don't understand.
I don't know if that's the case. I think they test everything, but I don't think they test it correctly. Like, I think really the only content that they've tested like well has probably been raids so far. Like raids are cool. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's other stuff, but like dungeons, they didn't test dungeons very well. They tested dungeons to like the extent of like people playing it for the first like 5 months of the game, and like they didn't think about like people using corners and like line of sight and only using damaging builds. Like I don't think that ever crossed their minds because I didn't think that they would like think people would be clever enough to figure that out, which is that's attributed to a whole lot of stuff, but I kind of think adventures were probably the same way. Like Haywire Punch-O-Matic, they probably just put that in to like be impossible, or like see who was blatantly just gonna hack and not care to like beat it, like teleport around and just kill all the mobs. I don't know.
Oh, they know. They absolutely know when people have hacked. Like when people,
Yeah, just look at
you know,
Suck
the
It
times that
Love.
are like 000.
29 map points in 60 seconds. So maybe it's 29 punches in 60 seconds or something to get the
Yeah.
all the Chak killed. But yeah, oh, hang on. Someone's banned. Needs to be unbanned.
Uh,
Do
Wait,
you
what?
think that raids are in the kind of state that you think they're at, like the well-tested state that you think that they're at, because of guilds like DNT and Attuned and these people that have been invited and player testing is what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Do you think it's them?
Uh,
I think so.
yeah, to a degree. Like, this may sound surprising coming from me, but I don't think that D&T did a bad job testing. Granted, I have no idea what they did. I have no idea like what the feedback they gave was, but the problem I have with that whole situation is how it was handled afterwards. I think that's probably obvious enough. But like Attuned, like I don't know about Attuned's general skill level. Like I haven't had much experience with them recently, not in the past like at least a year probably. Not since the like Jungle Worm came out. Um, so like I don't know if they're good, I don't know if they're bad, like if they're just along the lines of like above average maybe. I'm not saying that to be insulting. Like they probably gave feedback regarding like this might be a little too hard for players who are, you know, average or above average. And like I don't know, I would imagine D&T gave feedback along the lines of this could be tuned correctly, or like you could just have one person cheese Sabbatha because they just jump up the bombs the whole time by themselves, and then you have everyone just DPS for free or like whatever. I don't know. Like I would imagine both of that happened, and it probably worked out pretty well. So I guess I
I
would say it's probably not a coincidence that they had guilds of what I would wager to be very different skill levels test the raids out. So,
Yeah, and I think they did a good job of doing that. Like, you need the top players to be able to say, this is exactly how this mechanic works, and this is how we've figured our way around it, and like the really tiny tweaks that are like up top. And then you need the people who are not quite as good as them, and then just varying skill levels to be able to get those different perspectives on stuff. Because just having DNT's opinion on this stuff, you'd probably have a very, very different experience now. It would be probably, I'd say, much, much tighter. Those probably the enrage timers would be a bit lower, and just generic stuff like that.
yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong
So, yeah,
with
I
that.
think
Yeah, I mean,
player testing is needed.
yeah,
And
it
people
definitely
keep calling
is.
for PTRs and things like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what are there any arguments against having a PTR? Is it? I don't really understand. Why would you not have something where you can just go and say, yeah, I'm going to help you guys test this? I mean, it's win-win, right? I mean,
Maybe they just don't want people to see what's coming next.
yeah, I kind of imagine certain.
I think they just
certain
want to be
groups reacting.
secretive. I don't know.
But do you not think sometimes it actively screws them over when they release
Oh no,
something
I
that's
absolutely think it
absolutely.
does.
when they release something that's broken, and then people go, "Wow, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me,
When they
ArenaNet?"
go, wow.
Yeah, wow. Okay, here we go. I'll summon one. Here we
I
go.
told Mike the story, but I have a story about that. But finish your thought.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Well, that was basically
It's
the
worth.
end.
Don't worry.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Lay it
I'll
down.
tell the story. I was at Yu-Gi-Oh yesterday, and there was a Magic tournament happening at the same time. And I was sitting at a table with a bunch of Magic players that I didn't know, I've never seen before. There were like 16 of us of them at the table and 4 Yu-Gi-Oh players. And one of the guys like 2 seats down from me said, "Wow." And out of like reflex, I turned at him and went, "Wow." And like did the whole thing, and everyone at the table just like looked. They're just like, and so it was pretty good, pretty good.
Wow.
That was wow.
Again, yeah. Okay, Modramoth has put forward counter arguments to PTRs. It can fuck with the economy. Well, then just don't put any drops in it. It's PTR, no one cares. And if shit gets scrapped, people get mad when it's on the PTR. Well, actually, that is pretty valid. Why is it? Why is it that the Guild Wars 2 community is really salty when anything changes? I don't get it. Teach me, Papa.
don't
Papa Brazil.
either.
I had a professor in college whenever I was taking calculus, and he said people want an education and they're willing to pay for it, and then they just go to school and skip class and they don't do homework. They just want it for free and they expect it to be amazing. And like people in Guild Wars 2 like want all this stuff. They want like perfectly tested everything, and they want like hard open world content. And people in WildStar wanted 40-man raids. And then like it happened and people fucking complained about it and threw a fit and raiding was too hard and whatever. I don't know. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of like there are just lots of people that want lots of different things, and everyone's going to complain. And the thing about wonderful, friendly Christian websites like Reddit, like one person complains about shit, and then they see like another person downvote, and then it's just downvotes, and then it's, yeah, this guy's right. Yeah, fuck this, or this is the best idea ever. Yeah, this is amazing. And it's just like a huge like spiral. Like it's just it's a spiral this way or this way. And so I don't know. People just have an easier outlet to get mad, and so that's what happens.
But
As
I mean,
much as I complain about stuff, I also don't really know what I'm looking for in Guild Wars 2 anymore. I want the story to be better, that's one thing, but the rest of it is like, what am I wanting out of this? I don't know. And I guess, yeah, you're right, people don't know what they want.
I think there's some very, very fair comments, but I don't typically... Actually, no. I'm being incredibly biased there. I don't know. I see this in actually every single fucking community. Everyone's angry all the time, especially on Reddit. But there's a different kind of anger, you know. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like the strain of anger we have here in r/Guild Wars 2 is slightly worse than other communities. I don't know. I'm just
It ebbs and flows.
yeah.
It's either one
Yeah,
week we're angry and the other week we're really happy about
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the thing I don't like. I don't like the flipping between the two. It just it's really slimy.
Can I just put
Maybe I
forward
could
an
give it
idea
some
for
of
the
my
Guild Wars 2
medication.
Reddit? If Reddit could take medication,
Yeah.
it
Definitely
would be
needs
on
it.
every possible thing ever.
Yeah.
Can we remove downvoting from the Guild Wars 2 Reddit?
Oh,
Why is downvoting
This
even a
is
thing? What's the
yeah.
point
That
of it?
doesn't actually matter.
you can just
Uh,
you reveal it. Yeah, you can.
You can remove the downvote button, but the feature is still there. So you can downvote on Reddit apps on your phone, and you can get like the Reddit enhancement suite
Yeah.
browser add-on that just puts the fucking downvote back. So you can downvote anyways. It doesn't.
Alright, well there you go guys. All you
Yeah.
guys that want to downvote everything on Reddit can still do it on mobile.
Yep.
Yes. But maybe they won't do it because of the hassle. You know, it'll be too annoying.
Oh, you just Google Reddit enhancement suite and hit
Yeah.
add to Chrome, and there you go.
Are you kidding?
I installed
There's,
that for a
there's
bit,
certain
but it
people in the community
annoyed
that
me.
would absolutely go through that effort to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh yeah, we have r/Dank Wars too now. That's a real subreddit. I would you speak. We mentioned this. Well, I don't know. I didn't mention it, but it was briefly said 40-man raids. I would actually like 40-man raids.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I played
No,
WoW,
I wouldn't
son,
either.
and maybe not in Guild Wars 2.
You don't. It was a different time. That was
Oh,
it was completely
It's
different.
epic. I mean, yeah, it's incredibly specific.
That was in a time before microtrans. I'm counting like European. This is serious shit.
serious
That's
business.
before microtransactions, before like shiny gem store mounts that are glitterly, like before people buying the Eternal, like all of that dumb horse shit. That's what people do now, and like there's a level of work and investment that you have to put in to do 40-man, to just do 40-man raids in the first place, and to be good at doing them, and to like be competitive. There's like a whole other world of shit you have to do. Like, again, D&T. Like, D&T didn't just get world first and WoW in 2004 and whatever, just like deciding 40 people wanted to play the game. Like, there was a lot of work that went into that. Like 40, like I would be surprised if there was like 3 guilds in Guild Wars 2 that could do 40-man raids for more than like 3 days. Like, that would blow my mind if that actually happened. I don't think it would even be a remote possibility of working out. And I think ArenaNet probably knows that.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I mean,
10 man's probably the sweet spot, isn't it?
For Guild Wars 2, I think it probably is, but maybe we can have some more, because I think the more people you have, the more crazy it can be. I mean, even actually maybe it would be just ridiculous, because I mean, I watch when Sabbather is in the last phase, everyone just loses their shit already. Imagine if it was 20 people or something, that would be amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to have it just to see it get funny. I don't know.
With
Yeah.
more people, you could add more mechanics and make the fights more complicated, but then
people can't handle
I don't
that
know.
in Guild Wars 2. Like, that's another realm.
Yeah. It is. As you add more people, the percentage of the community you're appealing to diminishes really, really fast. I mean, already, I don't know how many people actually do raids. I wish we could get some stats on that, actually, but whatever.
I know people that have been raiding like every single week since raids have come out and still haven't killed Veil Guardian, or like just killed Veil Guardian. And I don't like. That's just a reality, I guess. It's not to like shit on anyone or anything. That's just like there are people like 20-man raids would not even be feasible. 40-man raids, like there's not even a point in entertaining the idea. Like they're like, here we go again, I guess. But like the guild that I'm in that I raid with, Overthrow, like we struggle to get 10 people on if it's any day other than Monday or Tuesday. And like even guilds like D&T or like NA, like I doubt they could even field 40 people. When D&T was doing WildStar stuff, like when WildStar was like coming out, there were lots of people that like applied to the WildStar Guild and like signed up and shit, and they could barely like get 40 people to raid with. Like it just that was literally a game that was like designed for people to go raid. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of kind of nostalgia on my part. The rose-tinted glasses are on in full power right now.
The guilds that would be able to like grab 40 people to go raid with probably wouldn't be able to clear content with 40 people designed for 40 people, if that makes sense.
If it was of the same difficulty, yeah. I think that's kind of sad in a way, because I think the Guild Wars, I mean, WoW raids with lots of people, even the 25, wow, are really cool, and they're really awesome, and they have many things happening. But Guild Wars 2 has so much more potential because of its engine than WoW. So much, it can be so much better. I mean, in my opinion, there is... WoW raids are still good, actually, I think, but I haven't actually done the more recent ones because I ain't paying for that shit. But I don't know. Yeah. I think Guild Wars 2 has got more potential. It's got more to give in terms of its fun raid mechanics. I'm looking forward to the next one.
With adding more people into it as well, yes, you can then complicate the mechanics and stuff, but you also diminish the individual impact of each person. Like, it becomes more of a world boss experience where you don't really feel like you're doing anything but hitting it to get loot out of it, like a big piñata.
Yeah.
That's a world boss.
Kez in chat, by the way, is my guild leader, and he says that Kezekiah, that we struggle to get 10 people online at once. We do that. I'm that guy that doesn't turn up for the raid, just because of like random circumstances and stuff, and I feel like a dick whenever that happens. So I've missed a lot of raiding and caused them to then miss that night of raiding and stuff like that, and having pug and things. It is a problem. Like, finding 10 people that want to do it at a particular time these days is surprisingly difficult.
Why don't we talk about that in a different context? Raiding and the LFG.
They do need a section for LFG.
Yeah.
Like, they said that they weren't going to make raids puggable, or they were going to try not to really like focus on that, but I think they still need to fix the at least just stick a section in there to stop all the clutter in LFG at the moment.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think if you have 10 people who've never done it before, no voice communication,
It's impossible.
They're gonna have a bad time, okay? It's gonna be a struggle. But if you've got 10 people who have done it before, they just want to get some tokens or something, or just beat it, and they've all done the raids, they've all got Eternal or whatever. I don't think they even need voice communication, as long as they have clear roles defined by someone who knows what's going on. I think you can pug the raids if you've got people who knows what's going on.
I've seen that happen.
Don't ban him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I on our TeamSpeak, like, I'm often in the channel when they're pugging raids, and people just show up, random pugs show up, and they just beat the Veil Guardian Ghost one-shot them, and it's like, pugs are getting better now. Especially those that are actually willing to get onto voice chat and do stuff.
Yeah. I've like advertised in the LFG that I'm like looking for raids to go pug in, and mostly to practice Berserker. But like I've just joined random pugs like several times and just like gone into a random TeamSpeak and like pugged the raids. And I also did it as an experiment to see like how many people like would recognize me and stuff. Like that was fun too. I got recognized in all but one group. So that was funny, like just to see that happen, and then also just to see what pugging raids was like. I mean, it was fine. Like I think there was, I pugged Gorseval a couple of times and Veil Guardian a couple of times, and then both in the same instance a couple of times, and like most of the groups, like 7 out of 10, like we cleared the stuff. Like it wasn't a big deal or anything. So, and Brazil needs an ego boost. Totally.
Recognize me, please, please. I think you're right. I think an LFG system would be with some very nice memes. Very nice
Like,
memes. And definitely feasible as well.
I could see them, like, again, I think they're really underestimating who's actually, like, playing the game to a degree. Like, the people that are, like, super vocal about it and want that stuff. Like, I'm sure they have to give some acknowledgement to that, but statistically, I'm sure most of the people, like, pugging raids, even doing raids is, like, out of their realm of reality. Uh, that I think that's just the case, but there are probably a decent amount of people who would like that feature, and so I don't see what it hurts to just add it. Like, I can't imagine it would take a lot of development time to fucking put another section into the LFG.
That's always a risky thing to say, isn't it? Because people say, oh, well, actually, the engine's a huge mess and all this stuff. But, yeah, someone at some point. Like,
I mean, if
what was the guy's name who developed the combat mode that's actually in Guild Wars 2 right now, not the
I
mod?
don't know.
Yeah, the action cam. That guy did that all on his own, just in his spare time. Like,
Yeah.
somebody could do the LFG, I think.
I mean, they can't even add the fucking 10% to the withdraw heal. I've been fucking
Here comes the salt.
playing Condi Daredevil, like testing it out and having fun with it and stuff. And the poison trait, whatever it's called, it doesn't show the 33% duration, but you still get it.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't show up in the heal.
It does work though. It does work.
It works, but it doesn't. Like, what is that? That's nonsense.
Weird, huh?
That is complete fucking nonsense. Why? Like, why is that class so neglected? Why do they just not care about it?
Yeah, feels bad, man. Poor old thief. We can get to that in a minute. Well, because we have some balanced stuff to talk about, but not right now, I guess.
People are still using GW2LFG.com.
Oh, really?
It still exists, and their listing is on it. 1 day in 3 days. There are too many.
I think a bit of a risk with having the LFG system is that there's going to be some groups that kind of get that they'll have a bunch of good people and then a bunch of people who've never done it before, and they're just going to lose again and again and again and just die, and their life is miserable.
Yeah, people just need to be honest, though, on it, really. That's about, if I've always told people that ask me about dungeons and stuff, back when dungeons were actually populated by real people and not just like random people that don't know what the state of them is. But people would ask me, like, what do I do to get into a dungeon? And I'd be like, well, just go in LFG and be honest. Tell people it's your first time, and most people will go, okay, we'll help you through stuff and we'll explain the mechanics. If those people that don't want to explain the mechanics just won't take you, and then you don't have to deal with all the crap that you expect.
After all, this is the friendliest MMO community on the internet. Obviously.
Parts of it are.
Yeah.
And then there's us.
I don't think we're unfriendly though. We're just a bit cynical, a bit salty.
A bunch of memesters.
Yeah. In fact, seeing as we don't have boots or inks here, the meme level is worryingly high. And by worryingly, I mean perfect in every way, obviously. Yeah, and there's going to be the fractals queuing thingy, isn't there? LFG as well. What's happening with that? I don't sure.
Well, they already have a fractals LFG, don't they?
Yeah, but aren't they doing
you
something
go into
to it?
fractals and you can, I don't know.
I can't remember.
What I read was that, what are they doing? Oh, they're making it so you can change the difficulty scale when you're inside the instance.
What a quality
That's all
of
I saw.
life. I mean, that's
Which
okay,
is nice,
right?
sure,
Yeah.
but I mean, okay.
It's just like
yeah,
a question
thanks.
of, like, why wasn't that around? Like, I'm not excited about it. Whatever. It's adding something that needed to be there. Like, I'm not gonna praise them over it.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? When do you think the next Raid Wing's going to come out? Because that's also PvE. I mean, I think I'm already massively wrong now.
Didn't they say March?
Well,
I'm pretty sure they
don't think
said
they
like
gave an
the end
update
of
on that.
March. I think they said it recently,
oh what? Oh, I need to keep up.
like on Reddit or something.
Oh, did
I don't. I may be wrong, but like I either heard that or read it or something.
The blog post says we haven't finalised the release date for this wing yet, and we'll give you more information as it gets closer. So that
Okay.
says to me not in the next 3 months.
Yeah,
Not in the
definitely
next
does.
3... Oh,
Well, this is the first quarter update, isn't it? This blog post.
yeah.
So they should have had information on this if it was within these 3 months. But hey, we might get surprised. I don't know.
I really hope it's earlier than that, because otherwise we're not gonna we're not gonna have another raid before the next expansion. I wouldn't be. That would be bad. Because let's think, if it's 3 months from now, then the next raid wing will be ages after that, and that will be the first raid complete. And that will be when legendary armor happens as well. So it's going to be a long time before we get legendary
This is
armor.
also
Legend-
we only
don't-
have
oh
the
my
one
God.
raid wing.
Legendary
So-
armor.
The first thing always takes the longest to put out, and then as they improve upon that formula, they can streamline the systems a bit more, and they can push content out faster. So I would assume that this would pick up after a while.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, that's pretty bad. The new raid wing in the section says it before the end of March. Does it? That's the... Oh yeah, it does say that. Yeah, it does say that. Before the end of March. These things are happening before the end of March. Well done, Twitch chat and Brazil. You nailed it. Can't believe we disbelieved you. So basically,
We
what
did
that
it,
means,
Reggie.
what that means is that's going to happen at the end of March. In other words, almost certainly. But hey, that's not that long, I guess. Actually, that is quite a long time. Or is
It's
it?
a couple months.
So wait, let's see. Who was right? Because I think last week we predicted when the raids. Ink said February, towards the end of February. But he's wrong. I said on the 26th, so I was miserably wrong. When did you say Brazil? Do you remember?
I probably said like June or something.
Actually, so Inks wins.
No, he doesn't.
What? Why not?
Because he's stupid.
Oh,
Well, there you go. That's definitive.
Inks is stupid confirmed here on TeaTime. There it is. But yeah, I don't know. What do you expect from the new raid wing? Is it going to be harder, or is it going to be easier, or the same?
Do you want me to be honest?
I want you to be honest, Brazil. Be honest.
I
with me.
expect that the story is going to be more developed, and it's probably going to be better. I think the story from the first Raid Wing is better than all of the story in the game combined, and there's barely any of it. Because it's like mysterious, it's stuff you have to like look closely to pick up on if you want all of the details out of it. Like they're little things that like matter that aren't obvious. And when you do it over and over, you like pick up on that stuff. Like right after you kill Gorseval, like there's a bandit fighting a ghost. And that's something you would never notice unless you've done it a couple times and like paid attention to the lore. And like whenever you do the first ghost event after Veil Guardian, like the ghosts say, you killed this, you killed us, you did this to us or whatever. And then there's like a piece of paper on the bandit that's from the bandits that say like, if they knew what we did, like we wouldn't exist, whatever. Like I guess that's to say, like I think that's better than literally all of the other story in the game, and I think it's going to get more fleshed out and developed, and by the end of it, whatever that is, I think it's going to be really good, along with like good challenging content too. So
I have a theory that is because we don't have to deal with characters. I don't think ArenaNet are very good at writing characters and dialogue.
well, I mean,
Like, finding notes is good.
there are characters, but the story isn't based off of only the characters. Like there's Sabbatha, like there's the Veil Guardian, like there's even Gorseval. Gorseval is like actually a character that actually has purpose. But like the story is based on the story. It's not like all loaded towards like one single event where a bunch of poorly developed characters like get in a fight and die. Like that's not it's based on stuff
like
happening, like development.
We don't have a bunch of allies tagging along with us, offering their input to sort of dilute the experience. We figure it out ourselves, and there's no other interference like doing that and going, hey, we've got this observation, because the observation is usually like, well, we could have figured that out in a more interesting way than you just saying. By the way, the dragon has a weakness. That's a thing.
Oh, that was that's one of the most rushed things ever. That was a fail, epic fail. Yeah.
I didn't think they would make it as bad as Zaitan, but they almost got that bad. It was close. It was honestly pretty close. There were actually mechanics to the end boss fight, and that's really the only thing that saved it from being as bad as Zaitan. And so, that's probably like a bolt to the heart if any ANET dev ever hears me say that, but I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't know. Like, I've literally read, like, trading cards that have 3 sentences on them that have better lore and story than, like, fucking all of Guild Wars 2.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The ultimate magician in terms of attack and defense. That's better than the Guild Wars 2 story in its entirety.
There you
Sorry.
go.
Sorry.
There you have it. But I don't know. I don't know how optimistic you guys are about the story for the living world, but I am quite optimistic because I think they did do a pretty decent job of having something that was actually happening within the context of the game. I mean, a lot of people really hated Scarlet, and they're right to do so. But I mean, I don't know. I think it was a unique thing that the Guild Wars 2 executed. It was a bit lumpy, especially in season 1. But I think they're onto something, and it's going to be really good, and it's going to be amazing.
How much of this is nostalgia, though, really? Because at the time, Scarlet was just the thing that was causing everything, and then the Thor Nova reactor fractal got launched, and it was like, oh, hey, look, Scarlet's involved with it again. What a surprise.
Yeah, that was...
I mean, it makes sense within the story, sure, but like originally, I believe they didn't really have a plan for her, and she was just going to be a random villain that did everything.
That's basically what happened there, right? Pretty
Like,
much.
it's sad to say this, but Scarlet was a better villain than Morgemoth, I think. Like, I kind of think that. Like, Scarlet did more shit than Morgemoth did. The only thing, like, Morgemoth ever did was, like, we heard about him, like, making plant minions in the background, and then we fought, like, some 45-year-old overweight dragon thing, because he didn't have enough Miller Lite to drink. Like, that was... I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the problem. That's why I had such a big problem with killing Morgemoth in one go. Spoiler alert.
If it didn't happen,
you
it
know,
would have been more of an outrage.
Yeah, but I don't care. I
know.
want to enjoy the game.
But
it was such a bit of a problem because it's yeah we beat him. Okay, easy. And it's this what? This is the giant dragon. We were all losing our shit over that at the end of Living World Season 2. You know, we're going, oh no, Morgemoth is so powerful, but then it's just easy. Yeah, we got him. It wasn't even hard, you know. We suffered this massive defeat at the start of that with all our ships getting blown up, and then nothing happened. It wasn't even difficult to win.
You know what would have been good if they went really meta with the story, and they were like, there's a guild of people deep in Tyria that have a really strong influence over how powerful players are. And through their powerful armor sets, we were able to defeat Morgemoth really easily by exploiting his weakness. and they I don't know, it was like, when you think about it, you're like, oh, fuck. The Berserker meta, that's why we beat Morgemoth. And then they could, have Nemesis, voice act, Morgemoth's mind in the background. And, I don't know, they could have an ice bow, ice bow meteors fall down. Yeah, it would have been great. That would have been incredible, but I don't know.
Wow, that would have been pretty good.
The thing that bothered me most about Morgemoth is that he's supposed to be the dragon of mind and all this. He's like the most powerful thing that can influence people's minds possible. Yet we wander in there and go, hey, my influence is great enough to take on this elder dragon in his home, within his mind. It's like Neo walking into the Matrix and just being like, oh, I can control everything, cool. I'll just do that then.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if you, this is real life advice for everyone watching. If you get into a fight with someone's bigger than you don't just fight them. You make them smaller. You bring them down to your size. Like if you're 5 feet tall and you're fighting a guy who's like 6'7", you fucking obliterate his shins and get him to drop down, and then you just go on him. Like that's it. Like that's how you win. Like Morjamoth, it shouldn't be you just sneak up on him and go into his brain and then you just easily kill him. That's stupid as hell. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know.
stupid. It was stupid. But as you say, I completely agree with you in that it's my little pipe dream that they could have spread out the fight against Mordramoth into the updates. But you're right. Everyone would have just baby raged, and yeah, everyone would have hated it, and it would have been terrible.
So what is the new big enemy going to be? Because right now everyone's just happy and, oh, well, we're just
I'll tell
sort of
you
wander
what it's
back
going to
over.
be.
What's it gonna be?
I absolutely know what it's going to be. Timey is going to research dragons, and Timey is going to get influenced by the dragon magic, and she's going to think
Yes.
they're too strong, and like they're going to overpower her because she's just a stupid kid and she doesn't realize that. And then Timey is going to convert to the other side. Timey is going to die. Zoja's probably going to kill her. Brahm's going to be really sad. And then like there are going to be some
Uh,
regular Destiny's Edge characters that come back. That's what's going to happen. That's my
They
prediction.
can't have Zoja do anything in the story. Like they made a big deal one day. There was a bunch of tweets about how Felicia Day had been
I
back
know.
in to record lines,
Yeah.
and what we got a groan out of it, and that was it.
yeah.
They can't do Zoja anymore. They just need to get rid of that character and just like kill her off.
That's probably what's going to happen. Like I think that's why they set up the ending how they did. So they can kill off Zoja or whatever.
No.
I don't know.
They
I
can't kill
can't see
Timey though.
Timey
'Cause
being an enemy.
they can't kill children. That's not allowed in video games.
No, they'll just set it in the future and she'll be grown up. Or maybe they'll just install Skyrim mods and make it okay.
Wow. Okay.
I
Fair enough.
I've nothing. I can't.
Yeah, I don't really know where to go from that. But yeah, Timey is annoying. Timey is a
Yeah.
stupid character. 0 out of 10.
I'd give Timey like a 2 out of 10.
Oh yeah, that's another funny thing actually. They're adding Tybalt as a Mist champion in Stronghold. Isn't that kind of a spoiler? You know,
No.
consider that you are just playing through your story, and you go, oh, I'll go play some Stronghold.
Okay, yeah.
And then then
That's a good point.
you play Stronghold. I go, wait, what? They summoned Tybalt as a Mist champion? What does this mean? And then they realize, oh wait, no, Tybalt, no, why? And then he's dead.
To
Again.
fix that, all they need to do is add an ability to be able to summon Ritlock. Like a character that is alive, and then suddenly it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it makes sense
I
now.
bet
I
they'll
can summon
do that,
Revenants from the
actually.
mist.
That's not a bad idea.
Hmm.
I could see them doing that. And if they hadn't already thought of it and they're launching this, then they probably will now.
Yeah, as well as everyone knows who watches this, you know, the devs are completely subordinate to us. They have no will that is not dictated by us. I'm just throwing that out there. Obviously, yeah. I guess we should mention that World versus World is going to be revived. Okay, we've finished talking about World versus World now.
Okay,
That's
good.
enough.
Good talk.
Yep, good talk. No one cares except for people who do, but.
If you do, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
I'll be honest. I want World v World to succeed, but I just don't see at this point how it can really grab a load of players back, because I've no idea. It is so complicated, and I know so little about it that I'm lost in the whole discussion.
I mean, as a concept, it's very, very good, but I don't know. I mean, maybe they can bring it back from the dead, potentially. But I think, I don't know. I've looked at some things and I have been informed that the maps aren't as bad as it looks, and it's not as bad as people first thought when they saw them. But I actually haven't played any, so I can't really tell. But maybe one day I'll go back. It'll be amazing, instead of just running around in circles and doing nothing for a long period of time for no reason.
And you are still considering that the map looks really, really horrendous, right? Because that's a big statement.
Like, let me tell you
It's
about
Brazil's pet peeve. Here we
my
go.
Lord and Savior, the clone stamp tool. You hold down Alt, you click on a texture, and then it gives you a brush that's made out of that texture, and you drag it around. So like at the very least, you could have like clicked on the edge of like the dirt mountain stuff and just just drag it over the whole map. Like that would look, just having like the same little repeated pattern of like dirt would look better than just putting it down on top of like the other map. Like whose idea was that? Like who thought of that? Like was that like a 15 minutes before the patch went live? Oh, we forgot to make the map, which wouldn't really surprise me considering that like World versus World is like, it may as well be a stray dog in the street who hasn't been fed food for like months. Like that's like, I don't get it. Like
It was like that in the beta, though. Like, that's how it showed up in beta. They just dumped it on top.
Oh, really? Oh. Well, there it could be expected, though, right? That's the,
Sure, but it stayed that way. And to me, it's not such a big deal, but it's just an indication as to the quality of World v World, really, just at face value. I only brought it up to trigger Brazil, I'll be honest.
The problem with new maps is how Reddit reacts to things. Yes, the community is kind of a big part of this. The community is the reason why ArenaNet don't tell us anything anymore. It's our own fault for being so angry and angsty and baby ragey when everything happens. Yeah.
And if they just did stuff that was right, like that wouldn't be a problem.
I don't think it's a problem if they do stuff that's wrong. I don't mind if they do stuff that's shit, because we can just tell them.
No, I don't either, but I think like a lot of people, like if they just thought like suddenly like, oh, maybe, fractal leaderboards, like if we don't know how to do that shit, then I don't know.
No, one day World vs. World will be great again. I believe in you, Arena. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm sure they're going to do something. The big update that they've promised us and not really told us anything about. Maybe they should have offered a few breadcrumbs, but they didn't. I don't know. But what they did tell us is that there's going to be...
were...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just on that, last week you guys were talking about the idea of open world PvP, and while they shouldn't introduce that, I think that maybe they should introduce some incentive to get PvEers into World v World and do PvE things there, so that there are just people who want to do stuff. Another fucking back base. I'm surprised there isn't a World v World back base, but again, that's telling.
There will be. I'm sure there will be.
With the update, we're introducing the Seasons World v World thing.
It's a flame ramp.
It's a big flaming castle on your back. No, I think they need to put some PvE objective in there to get people in there and to encourage people to then want to stop that PvE crowd.
They need to make a unique set of armor that looks good, that's hard to, like, moderately hard to get, that has, like, ascended stats. Like, that would get, I would probably go do, no, I wouldn't. I'm not going to kid everyone.
I wouldn't either.
But
honestly, I might just be talking out of my arse with the whole thing.
Yeah.
I might be suggesting the worst thing possible to World v World is, but what I believe everybody else wants out of World v World is big scale fights.
Yeah.
And incentive to run.
Well, I mean, they have the grub worm.
Wow.
Oh, I'll summon it. No, I think that's basically what is necessary.
Wow.
Meaningful, long-lasting progression is what's needed. And while you've got a World versus World season going on, that's fine. But that hasn't happened for a long time. Basically, there's no incentive for doing anything right now, and fighting is. They beat up on each other, and they have the amazing fights. Oh wow, there's so much going on here. It's amazing.
I
But people
actually-
just run in circles instead, right? And
I have another question that's really off topic.
okay.
But for the WoW guy, for Eddie Wally, do you use the CLR browser plugin, and do you like host your own little thing and you like activate it and you chroma key the thing out?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that actually what you do?
It's really. Oh wait, hang on. Well, it's actually really annoying to make a transparent video in the CLR browser. Really fucking annoying, actually. I had to do some JavaScript memes to get the job done. To
That was
tell Chrome what to draw, and
that was literally like that.
frustrating.
Just I saw it and then it just clicked. I was like, "That's what you do, isn't it?" And I guess I was right.
Yes. All the shenanigans that happens on the stream is just CLR browser.
Yeah.
CLR memes. It's good, but I don't know. You might be able to see the frame rate is really bad on it, and that's because it has some really weird performance issues. It's not like a Chrome. It's like a shitty Chrome window is what it is. It just runs like ass. Teapot programming, not like this. God damn it. This Restless and Cyan always just destroy me on my programming. Feels bad, man.
Restless is a moron.
Ooh.
So
That's
I don't know.
harsh.
Controversial.
Good.
Honestly, I wouldn't be upset if they just copy-pasted the PvP League system and just put it in World versus World. But for the whole
Pips?
server. Pips. Server pips. Come on, so when things are happening right now, and there's this, it goes back and forth, and then it all resets, and nothing happens, Ellie giggle, if you win, you get pips, and you progress, and you get the whole server, well, people who actually play World versus World
That
get
would
memes.
happen. That would be people would throw that harder than they do PvP. People like there would literally be servers in cahoots with each other.
I know.
They're like, let us get all of the pips, and then they would just like lose every objective on purpose, and it would just cycle. Like I don't know, that would happen.
But I mean, but because of the nature of World versus World, whatever reward structure they put in, that's going to happen anyway, right? Because of how it works. You already have people doing this. You have servers agreeing just to kind of run around in circles, capping shit.
Then what we need is a troll server. Just a massive server that just goes, oh yeah, we agreed to have this alliance and blah blah blah. They get their stuff and then they go, right, fuck it, we're defending for the entire time. Nobody else is getting rewards.
Yeah, and the thing is that is a viable strat. You could do that right now.
That's literally what happens in Edge of the Mist. That's all Edge of the Mist is.
It's very
trading
trolly.
objectives.
Very trolly.
Like,
It's amazing. Yeah, servers would pay off other servers, but yeah. I don't know. I think it's ArenaNet have a serious problem.
it'd be like FIFA.
The system they have is so complicated. Whatever they try and do, it's going to be so easy to abuse. I mean, look at the PvP system. The PvP system was so easy to abuse for people, and they've only now started to fix it. I don't know, it's less broken now, I think. Although I've still seen some angry Reddit posts saying, it put me up against 5 legendaries. Oh no! And then that one guy lost, and then he lost 2 pips or something for that, I think.
Nice.
Well, yeah, that's pretty funny. I don't know. We actually talked about World vs. World for quite a long time. How about that? I didn't expect that. But
I am mildly impressed.
yeah. I don't know. Does anyone have any other comments on World vs. World? I might even.
I am entirely not interested in it. They need to get me to be interested, like your average pleb, to get in there. If they want to make World v World good, get me interested, and I'll be like, yeah, I'll play it. But right now, there's nothing there for me to want to go into it.
What about you, Brazil?
I don't care. You already know my answer.
Yeah, I should just replace you with just a video file that just says that whenever I press a button.
It can be that GIF where I go, and then whenever you actually need it, it's I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah. You know what's really good though, and I'm very impressed by ArenaNet why they're doing this. They said we're gonna get quarterly balance patches. Wow.
I mean, we'll probably get that once.
That's what I'm worried about. But if they do it, that's amazing, right? That's so good. Every 3 months they'll balance the memes. And eventually, if we keep spamming it, they'll eventually split PvP and PvE. and we will achieve true
How-
balance, nirvana.
How often is League of Legends balanced?
I honestly have no idea. I haven't played League for ages, but it's quite frequently, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like every like month or two. Maybe I may be completely wrong, but
I don't think it's major though, or a lot of the time in League.
yeah, but it doesn't have to be when you like tweak things smally, like smally. When you tweak things, when you tweak things small and accordingly. There we go. I got it out. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's going to be small things. If there's something that's ridiculously broken, like the well,
Smiter's boon.
yeah, or
In Guild Wars 1.
yeah, they're gonna
the one skill
cartwright
that
it,
was
are they?
so unbelievably broken
Yeah, they just
that they made it a 25 energy cost,
Oh.
90-second recharge
It
skill
was awful.
that lasted for like 4 seconds.
Yep. They just removed it basically.
Basically.
Well, okay, literally.
Monks.
Not literally. It still exists. You can still use it, but why would you?
Yeah, there is no reason to do so.
It's like bear form.
Bear form, but it's.
I used
it's
bear
so
form
fun,
the
though.
other day on Gorseval's break bar.
Did it work?
I don't know. It charged into him
Okay.
infinitely, so that was cool. I was a little surprised by that. I was expecting it to hit him and stop, but I think the break bar functions in a way that it... I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah.
But you know what they did? They nerfed alacrity. What do you think about that?
I don't know why it was 66% in the first place. I don't know how they thought, like, I really, like, I don't know the thought process behind that. Like, it escapes me. Like, whatever they were thinking, like, I don't understand.
You don't? Why not? I mean, I honestly don't think it was.
How do you-
Is it really
how do-
broken? Was it really?
How do
I
you
mean,
look at something like a Berserker, which literally has like a 2-second or like a 3-second cooldown on the most powerful fire field in the game, and think, yeah, this needs to be 1 second instead of 3 seconds, so this person can sit here and get 30k burns whenever he wants to. Like, how do they think, oh yeah, like we just need to give Mesmer's alacrity so they can just AFK on points in PvP and never die. Oh, and we'll also give them continuum split so like they can just abuse every skill like 7 times instead of 4 times.
yeah. I mean that's yeah. That Chronomancer has a lot of big problems. That's because everything it does is inherently broken to a certain degree. I think anything that refreshes all your cooldowns basically for free. Including your elite skill, it's always going to be ridiculous. And then quickness, and the ability to give quickness to everyone. I mean, how do you balance that? I mean, even if you reduce the duration, you can still abuse boon duration so easily. You're just going to cut, it'll be all over the place. I don't know. I mean, look what they did to Well of Precognition.
Yeah, it
how
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, they destroyed it. Now it just gives you a block. Which is, it's not the same as total invulnerability for everyone in an AoE. It's a bit different. I don't know. But what do you think they're going to do to Chronomancers? Because this isn't all the balance. Do you think they're going to do more, Brazil? Are they going to...
They're gonna balance it just like your follower count. Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Fucking savage.
2453. How did you lose over 500 followers?
Well,
That's horrible.
it is pretty
Not enough
horrible.
memes, that's why.
It is pretty horrible. But unfortunately, they were all bots, Brazil. If you recall, a few times the channel was invaded by bots multiple times.
I remember.
Hello, streamer. Yeah, exactly. There are the Mr. Destructoids there. There's some of them left over. Yeah. Oh look, there's more. They're all bots. Yeah. But do you know what? You know what, Brazil? Guess what? They buff malicious sorcery, so now Scepter is viable in
what
PvE.
that is. Oh,
It means
yeah.
Scepter
you
attack
get
speed, isn't it?
5% more Scepter attack speed. Oh wow! And this is why they need to split it between PvP and PvE, because
I have
the Mesmer was already very
Dark
cancerous.
Magician Girl has a scepter. Which way do I put it? There we go.
Isn't that a staff, though? Is that a staff or a scepter?
No, it's a scepter. It's small. Dark Magician has a staff.
There you go.
I love the effort gone into that graphic, by the way. Just a cross and like, oh, it's now 20. Like that's about what ArenaNet did with thinking that skull through.
Pretty much. I mean, Mesmer is having a bad time. Mesmer's getting wrecked because they also made Chaos Armor way worse as well, which is pretty unfortunate, isn't it? It doesn't blind you. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this could be better in some respects, right? Instead of blinding, it gives weakness now. But blind is insane. I don't know.
Brazil be my husbando. Okay.
A really big thing, actually, that happened is that now you can't revive people or stomp people with quickness or slow, right?
Yeah,
and I feel really sorry for Boots because now his build is worthless.
Good.
And has
it was already
Pretty
worthless.
unhappy about that.
I don't
All
know.
of his builds are worthless.
I'm not sure if I had a problem with that, actually. Quickness stomping, is it really that bad? And slow stomping, is that really that annoying? I don't know.
I feel like it was a mechanic in the game and they're taking it out. And I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Mechanics are too hard for people.
Too
I
confusing.
made a
for the
grill
players,
happy
you see?
today.
Good job. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Who did that? Was it you?
Yeah.
Good job, Brazil.
Nice. Nice.
I don't know. Feels bad, man. Feels bad for Boots. His bad build really is bad now. It doesn't do anything. But
He's
yeah.
only ever had one moderately good build, and that was the Necromancer, like Lifesteal. That was the only one. But that's kind of the point, I think. They're supposed to be gimmicks.
They're supposed to be bad.
Shit. So...
the mass lifesteal Reaper actually works pretty well. It's pretty funny in PvP. I've been trying it a little bit, but I haven't played it enough to make a full judgment.
Man, how about that Venom Share Corrupt Boon Reaper combo that's gonna, come?
Because of the... Yes. This is a good day if you happen to be a Necro, because they buffed the shit out of Boon Corruption. Because the Scepter auto attack now has a Boon Corrupt, not just a Boon Strip, a Boon Corrupt. So every 3 attacks with your Scepter, you corrupt a Boon. That's
You have
insane,
the
right?
same font that they use on the tooltips. They green? Did you put that on there?
It was this one was Journa actually. Ask
That's
Journa.
what font is that?
I have actually no idea. It might just be a normal font.
It's the same font. I want to know what it is because I'm gonna need to do some stuff with that.
It might be Metamonia actually.
Okay.
I think it might be. It looks a bit like it. The font is
It's
probably...
Impact.
Impact, is
Or
it? Wait, no, it's not.
Papyrus.
Comic
or
Sans.
Comic Sans.
It's not Papyrus.
So it isn't Windings, I know that much.
Let's see what you did there actually. No. Overbuff should be in Scepter trait in curses. Yeah, this is definitely way too good. This is sick. But I mean, if you take curses, the you probably, I don't know. If you put it in the Scepter trait in curses, then it would just be you'd always pick it, right? I mean, it would just be, the trait would be insane, I think. Yeah. It's Metamonia.
It's not like they haven't done that to other traits, though.
That is true. You make an excellent point. Sometimes they just
Not
make
saying
things...
that it's the correct thing to do, but the options. We need options.
Yeah.
Still, I
They're
like
on-
this.
yeah.
I like this.
I do like this.
Is that a default font? I need to check.
No, it's not. You have to go find it. I can send it to you afterwards. I'll send it to you afterwards.
Okay.
I got it as a file. So, yeah. But Necros corrupt a lot now. I mean, you have the Death Shroud 2 Corrupt Fiesta. Corrupt Boon is now way better.
Corrupt Boon is incredible.
Yeah, it has a 10-second
yeah.
cooldown if you trait it, and you probably would trait it, right?
Yeah, it'd have 10 seconds.
Yeah, and then you strip 3 boons. Well, you could corrupt boons anyway. Does anything special happen if you corrupt boons on Veil Guardian or the Ghost or something? Or does it just get rid of it?
It probably just gets... I'm pretty sure it just gets rid of it.
No.
Because I've tried that, but I don't remember. Oh, hey, here's the link.
Has Nemesis said anything about this? Because I imagine he'd have... What was that noise?
The requested file is not a valid font file. Okay, well that solves that problem.
Has he said anything?
Who? What?
Nemesis.
Nemesis about this stuff? Because, you know,
I
I
haven't.
would imagine he'd be excited about it.
I haven't talked to Nemesis in like a week or two. So I don't
There
know.
you go. Yeah, he'll probably comment on it at some point with his new overpowered corrupt build.
We should have him on whenever the balance patch comes. We
There
should
you
do.
All you people stacking your boons, you're all delusional. Necro is the true king.
I like that Nike Nemesis fan fiction. That's really good.
It's really good. I think Rex probably... Well, if Rex is in the chat, you can paste it in. Just do it, Rex. It's really good. It's even better when it gets read out by a robot voice, actually. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would like to see that maybe there's... What should the boon convert into, though? On the Veil Guardian? Oh, it's little guys. Or on the
Damage
Ghost.
bonus or something?
Vulnerability. Well, not like generic vulnerability, like the vulnerability you get from breaking a break bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, it would be cool, because it would just be something else for Necros to do. Although, actually, Necros don't really struggle in raids, do they? So that's probably not necessary.
Thieves, on the other hand,
What?
What?
maybe
What?
they should perhaps make something unique that you can steal in raids, and then
No.
suddenly thieves have like a thing they can do. Like maybe from Sabbather you can always steal one of those bombs that you can throw to boost someone else to a cannon.
Oh, now that would be very interesting. In fact, you're right. My God, Mike is a genius.
I don't know what he said. I was paying attention
That
to
when
something else.
you steal Sabbather, you get a green bomb. How cool would that be? Because that means the thief is like the backup. So if you fuck up, the thief then can save you from screwing up. Or if you steal on a sapper, you get a green bomb. That'd be amazing. But I mean,
I don't know what you do about Gorseval and the Veil Guardian though.
Well, just have when you steal from Gorsel, you get some ghost juice or something, and you
Ghost juice.
I don't know. You buff the or yeah. But
If you steal from Gorseval, you make the spirits draw into you. So the shitty little ones that like never come to the wall and always get stuck on like ranger stuff, like they'd come over. There you go.
pretty
Are they
interesting.
affected by taunt?
Yeah, I think so.
Steal a thing that gives you taunt, and then you taunt, and then the spirits pull in.
Huh.
I guess
pretty good.
Veil Guardian would be something to deal with. I don't know. Maybe you
Seekers.
can steal a thing that can blink, so you can get an extra chance at the green lasers.
Ghost juice.
Uh,
Or a knockback for the Seekers, yeah.
I think that's a really good potential there. But I mean, in terms of a unique thing that thieves bring, they already have that. They have Venom Share. They just need to make it better. What? I don't,
Venom Share Thieves. Well, I don't know. I don't get the hype on that. Like, we've never used a Venom Share Thief in any of our kills.
it's
We've
not
never
very
seen
good.
the,
That's why it's not hyped.
I think the Venoms need to be able to stack. Like if you have 4 Spider Venoms and there's another Venom Share Thief, then you don't get
It
10.
doesn't get overwritten.
4 plus 6 is 10. Yeah, it doesn't get overwritten. It replaces the 4 with the 6, which is, I think that needs to not be the case. I think they need to stack up.
But that's not important though, really, because you need to have one, and it needs to be good. If you have
They
one,
need to-
if you have
they
one
need to-
Berserker, it's still going to be amazing.
They need to reduce the cooldowns on the Venom. I mean, like in PvP, like if you're 1v1ing someone, like you don't really team fight on a thief. Like you're like 2v2 or like 2v1 or something, or just poking someone. Like they don't really do enough to like give you a huge advantage, I feel. Like maybe I'm wrong, but like the idea of Venoms is that they do more damage. Like they literally add to your damage when you put them on someone else and that person attacks. Like if you put on Spider Venom on someone else, you don't do anything and they go attack, it shows that you're doing poison damage. So
Yeah.
like I've been testing this too. Like my DPS on a target golem by myself in Heart of the Mist is like 5k, like max. It's like 5k, like just 5k, like 5,000, like 90 or something. And so that's very low. Like I consider 7k to be good. I would consider 6k, like 6.5k to be acceptable. 5k is just low. Like I don't know, Venoms are like a team play mechanic, and they're not really good at that. I think they need to have a shorter cooldown, or like making the trait better doesn't solve that problem because you're just gonna take it anyways.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Or maybe they can't really do this, but suppose there was another Venom that does damage. Because right now, there's only 2 that do anything. You know? I mean,
What do you mean to do anything?
well, one of them is the poison one, then the other
Spider
one's...
Venom.
Yeah, then there's Torment, which
There's
is kind of...
Ice Drake Venom, which is chill. There
Yeah.
is
Devourer Venom for Immobilize.
Immobilize.
Then
and then-
Basilisk and Skelk for healing and
Yes.
CC.
yeah.
And so...
What's the Immobilize one?
Devourer.
Oh, okay.
That only does immobilize though, right?
Yeah.
Or is the bleed on top of that?
There's Torment too.
The scale is Torment.
Scale Venom.
Its scale Venom is Torment and Vulnerability.
Yeah.
Yeah. But surely
Like-
they need a burning one or a bleeding one.
If you're playing Venom Share Thief, you really only take Basilisk Venom and Spider Venom. Like you take Caltrops, that's mandatory pretty much. And then the other utility, you either like trait Impairing Daggers, or you trait like Tripwire. No, not Tripwire. What is it called?
the trap,
Like
needle trap.
needle trap. It's like you either take that or Impairing Daggers. There's no reason to even like consider any of the other Venoms, like aside from Spider and Basilisk Venom. I don't know. So
The question is, would anyone want to see Condition Thief being viable in PvP? Well, actually, I don't really care. It's just the fact that I want to make it good in raids, because Daredevil is fun in raids, except on Sabbath, then it's not fun. Then it's just misery, pain, suffering.
Why is it
good.
misery and pain and suffering in Sabbath? Because you have to move?
If you press a button wrong or dodge
Oh.
wrong, you just die.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah, but I do that all the time.
Stop spamming your fucking Death Blossom and you won't get killed by flame walls.
No. It's all about spamming buttons. No, but anyway.
yeah, to answer Cyhan about Caltrops, I don't know if that was like I don't know the tone of how that's being said, but yeah, I mean Caltrops is 15 bleed stacks if you're maxed out. I think it's 15. So like I don't know why you wouldn't take that. Like there's not a Venom that does that. Like Spider Venom is the only thing that's like comparable.
I think Scale Venom is better than that. Because it gives you...
No.
How many stacks of Torment does Scale Venom give?
It's like 1 or 2. I think it's 2.
Yeah, but I can't remember how many stacks.
And the
of poison
duration
it
is
has.
really short as well.
Oh, I don't know. It's 5 seconds of 1 stack, 4 attacks. So it gives you 20 stacks in total, because it shares out amongst everyone. And it life steals as well. So I don't know. Maybe it's better. I have no idea. Who knows? Yeah. Guardian, Cancer Hunter for raids. I think Guardian's pretty good in raids. All those blocks. Feels good, man. But yeah. You know what they did do there? They buffed Elementalist in raids. That's quite funny, isn't it?
Again? Why?
I don't know.
What did they do?
They basically gave the Dagger Warhorn Fresh Air thing permanent 250 extra ferocity.
Yeah, they did.
Which is, what, 16% more damage? Just over 16%? Because assuming 100% crit, because, yeah, they will have 100% crit all the time. So, yeah, that's fun. It already does a stupid amount of damage. Now it does even more stupid amount of damage.
Did your nerd make that little picture you have on there for Fresh Air?
He did.
Yeah, I just want to take some time to point out. So when you use the clone stamp tool or any of the content-aware repair tools, that's what it does. So ArenaNet, if you look at your World v World map,
Do this.
that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, Dagger
say.
War Ellie is going
I
to be
don't trust that.
ridiculous now.
I don't think there will be a legal say. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay. You're not
Well,
trusted.
you know, it's not the last we'll hear about Wealthy World on the map.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why they did this. Elemental is already amazing. It's got to be one of the best damages. Do you reckon it does more damage than Berserker Brazil in certain circumstances? Well, there you go then.
Absolutely.
Well, I've seen it do over 30k DPS on Veil Guardian. So if you stack on this on top of it, I mean, why? I don't understand. I mean, maybe the reason is because they're going to buff everything. They're going to make everything do more damage. So this little teaser doesn't really matter because everything else is going to be more overpowered anyway. So
Power
it will
creep,
cancel
power
out.
creep, power
Oh,
creep.
but they're nerfing auras at least. That's
Ah!
balance. Right,
Yeah.
guys?
Well, I mean, all the durations are going down by 1 second, if I recall correctly, to 4 seconds rather than 5. Right?
Yeah, I remember reading that. I don't know what that's really going to do overall, though. They're just trying to remove the constant uptime on them, as
Well,
far as I know.
I think a big problem is the fact that whenever a Tempest applies them, they heal for about 1k. They apply regeneration for 1,000 health. They apply 5 seconds of vigor, then 5 seconds of protection as well. I mean, this is I think that's more of the problem. There's infinite protection, infinite regen, infinite vigor. I think that's a serious situation.
I don't know enough about the build. Like, how much do you have to really build into it to just focus down on that stuff and really lock that perfect Auramancer in?
Well,
Like, can you still do all the damage as well? Because if that's the case, then there's a problem.
you can still do good damage. It's pretty bunkery. I mean, but that's kind of the point. It's pretty supporty, but yeah, you can also do damage, an annoying amount of damage with especially if you have the staff. It's annoying, and staff has got that stupid control
so-
abilities to ruin people's lives.
I get why they would want to reduce the effectiveness of that build then, because any build that can just do everything is really not fun to play against, and
Yeah.
then everyone just takes it in their parties, and
Yeah, like the old Celestial Axe Warrior. Not Axe Sword Warrior. Axe Sword Longbow. From PvP a long time ago. Because you had Healing Signet that was broken. You had the Celestial Amulet, which was broken. You had Axe Sword, which was an incredible combo. And you had Longbow. Like, and just... I don't know. The only, like, counterplay to that was, like, dodging Eviscerate. Which good players did, but yeah.
Well, I mean, they did it again with Diamond Skin. It's way worse now. Ah, maybe it's worse. Maybe it's better. Who knows? No, it's definitely worse. What am I talking about? The health threshold is 75% now, though, so it does something for longer, but the effect is way worse.
Did you make that tooltip?
No.
Oh,
Why?
I was just wondering.
Why were you wondering?
Because it's worse than the other one.
Yeah. It's blurry. Well, because of it's being the whole thing is replaced. Well, there you go. 1 Condi every second. Yeah, but I mean, Elementalist health is about 7, so I don't know. I don't think this is that good, honestly. I mean, the original. Wait, what is this shit being spammed?
Traitor? Traitor.
Stormtrooper.
What's this?
I imagine it's some kind of fat whap whap whip whop whap flap
Yeah.
kind of gif.
Wait, what is it? Do I want to
I
click
seem to
that?
be missing out.
Do I want to click it or what?
100% worth.
What is it?
200% worth.
It's meat spin, but it's the story.
That's actually pretty good. I think I can probably show this on the stream, actually. Let me try.
That's really good.
Oh no, it doesn't work. God damn it.
I think I'm gonna tweet that.
I'll see if I can get it on the stream. Oh god damn it, it doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work, guys. Yeah. I don't know. It's a shame that we can't see all the balance changes, because it's harder to see. The broad context of things with this mere snippet. But I mean, they made some things better. People were complaining about Diamond Skin. I didn't even think the Diamond Skin thing was that bad, but apparently it was, and now it's way worse.
It was just stuff on top of other stuff on top of other stuff,
Yeah.
and making Ellies invulnerable to everything.
Yeah. I can't remember the format. I have to put the web page in to make the web page show restless. That's why. That's why it doesn't work. You have to put it in a specific way, and I've forgotten how to do it. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, they did the thing with the Revenants. How about that? They made the auto attack worse. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Now you can't just press one, Brazil. Kappa.
You didn't do that before, and people were wrong. Whatever.
Do you think it was justified though, reducing the auto attack?
No,
No.
because they reduced unrelenting assault, by 25%. Like, why would you?
That one has to be a PvP change.
Why would you nerf the auto attack by 10 to 20%, and then not put that damage back into unrelenting assault? And change unrelenting assault to be a single target, so people have an incentive to use it.
Didn't they put the damage into the chilling thing, the whatever skill 2's called? They did something to that.
No,
right?
it worked that way before.
Yeah. Wait.
You would just go into hitbox and just use it, and their enemies.
So it's just a straight nerf now?
Yeah, it's literally just a straight nerf.
Oh.
It's a 40% nerf to unrelenting assault. Wow. Yeah, I mean, maybe,
Rex.
I don't know. I've done zero calculations. What does Rex say?
What does he say?
Did you say Rex say something? And you said Rex.
Did I?
I think you did.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
Or,
Maybe I did.
or it was wrecked? I don't...
Oh,
I think I
Rex.
said wrecked.
It might have been, I don't know.
Rex. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Revenant is that much of a problem though. I mean, people say, Revenant is amazing. I mean, maybe in PvP all this shit is insane, but in PvE, the DPS isn't crazy on Herald, is it? It's not ridiculous compared to other things.
No. It's average.
And
On
they-
Veil Guardian, it's really good because Veil Guardian has 0 armor, but everything else is too. It's the same as Reaper damage on Veil Guardian. Well, it's higher by a little bit, but I don't know.
It does seem that they did some things to Precision Strike, the chill attack. So it seems like it always fires 3 projectiles, so it does triple damage potentially.
So did it used
no?
to need 3 targets to fire all
Yes.
3? And now it can... Okay.
If you're doing any PvE content, there are mobs around. I don't know.
Well, if we're talking Gorseable, or...
There are mobs
Well,
around.
there's not always. I don't know. I'm trying to find some good in this, and I can't.
It's a
I
little bit sad.
don't know how that justifies huge nerfs to everything else. It's not even if you went with it, yes, we'll just assume it's a straight DPS increase. How does that make up for the other stuff just getting thrown in the trash? I don't know. ArenaNet. I don't know.
The thing is, all I can think is that do you think they're gonna buff the utilities, for example, when they release the full notes, they're going to make the utilities better, do more damage or something.
In
Say the
Herald?
glint ones. Yeah, in
Or-
Herald, yeah.
I think
I
they
hope
need
they-
to buff Ventari and make it actually useful in any kind of respect, because it just isn't.
I think they need to buff Shiro. Shiro's like from the perspective of like hardcore raiders, Shiro's worthless to hardcore raiders.
Yeah, but that's
you
because
don't
of
need
Chronomancer,
quickness.
though.
Yeah.
That's Chronomancer's fault, not the
Mhm.
not the Shiro. Maybe if they made Chronomancer not have 100% quickness uptime.
Oh no, it's
to,
like it's
to
like
such a point.
it's like 300% quickness uptime.
Yeah,
It's way more than 100.
Oh,
Suppose.
so the alacrity thing isn't even going to stop that, is it?
No,
No.
definitely not. It's
Like,
no way.
No.
No, it's just going to make the DPS boost it gives to everyone else worse. So you get less 100 blades, less Berserker bursts.
That is that's a big deal. But there are other buffs that are. I'll be honest. Like we have a Veil Guardian kill where we had almost 440 left on the clock, and our composition would really surprise you. Like try to guess what it was. Just guess.
10 Daredevils.
Was it
9
nothing?
base rangers and a druid.
I want chat to guess too,
Okay.
because I can promise they're going to be wrong. I can promise you'll all be wrong.
Is it just 2 Chronos and then 8 Berserkers? Is it anything like that?
No, nowhere remotely close.
Is it something ridiculously gimmicky?
No.
Tempests. Only
Just really
Tempests.
normal?
Loads of Reapers. I don't know. Only Chronomancers.
5 copies of Deroya, and that's it.
That would, I mean, we wouldn't even kill it if that was the case.
Ooh, 10 Corex Guardians. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
10 Nemesises. 2 Chronos, 2 Heralds, 6 Warriors.
No.
1.86 Rangers.
I mean, we may as well, move on, because I don't actually think anyone's going to guess it.
Oh,
You're not going to just tell us?
No.
Why
I was
not?
kind of expecting
Not
an
until
answer
the video
eventually.
goes up. Not
Oh.
until the video goes up.
Right,
No.
Fair
okay.
enough.
Honestly, if people played perfectly, we could probably do it with 445 left, realistically.
Why is it surprising though? Is it non-meta? Non-meta classes or what?
Well, no, but it's people, I have a feeling, people think that there are particular classes that are so beyond broken that you have to use those if you're speed clearing raids. You have to take 10 Berserkers if you want to kill stuff fast, and this is not the case, and it's kind of surprising. So, just a little surprising.
I
Okay.
forget who it was that came out and said that, I think it might have been Nemesis actually, that did the math.
Mhm.
Not surprised, right? And the DPS required for Gorseval is an average of 5k or something really, really low.
Yeah, it
And
is.
that surprised me when I found out about that. I was like, wow. And then there's people doing 30k burns on Berserkers, and how much slack are they picking up from other people just doing that?
It's not even necessarily that. It's just people are bad at mechanics, and they panic. That's really what it is. In phase 1 and 2 aren't that bad, but phase 3, everyone has a panic attack when phase 3 happens. They choke up and they can't breathe, and it's,
Literally the answer
someone
to that.
who's had that experience
Was it
multiple
you?
times. No, I don't have a panic attack when I'm fighting Crucible.
The answer to that is to open up Notepad on your second monitor, or even just overlay on top of Guild Wars 2, max out the font size, and just write eggs, 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 and then you'll never forget. Worked for me.
Something that's something quite important happened to do with imbalanced classes, and that's they changed King of Fires. Now, did they say if it does the thing where you still get
Replaces.
33? Yeah, do you still get 33% burning? Oh wait, he's gone.
He's done.
He's
I think he's
rage
he's
quit.
either confirming that's the case, and he's like, fuck that, or there's some actual like important thing to deal with.
Is he going to come back?
But yeah, the way I read that, I read it as it was replacing the extra burn duration.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I was
I like the
assuming.
flavour that they're going with, but if they remove that burn duration, then that's just an outright nerf to
Yeah.
Berserker, and I don't see why they need to do that.
Yeah, massive nerf as well. Not just a small nerf. It's insane. That's 33%.
Yeah.
And given that means that suddenly you can't get away with just using some Sinister
Some
gear.
Vipers.
You have to go
Right,
all
right.
Vipers instead, which is really bad. And actually, you'd have to go with a Sigil of Smouldering as well, wouldn't you? Instead of Bursting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Brazil made a video about this the other day as a reaction to this news, and I think he brought up the fact that the bleeding duration outweighs the burning duration now, so there's an imbalance there. So you start wasting
Yeah, duration.
stats in extra bleed duration that shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Here's a big problem. I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe
it's a
the
weird one.
33% will still be there, but then again, maybe Berserker deserves this. Because it's pretty ridiculous,
It is
especially
OP.
on Gorseval. But I think it's a bit extreme. Oh look, he's coming back.
Now we'll find out. We'll find out.
Is it over?
What is the verdict, Brazil?
Yeah.
Is it done?
No. You have to give us your verdict on why this is terrible.
Well, Card just sent me something in Skype. It's pretty bad, but King of Fires is still worse. So the reason why this is assuming they've taken away the 33% burn duration, and I need to drink some water. Like, all of the classes that can like focus on like condition damage builds, that can like really focus on them, like Reaper, you've got bleed duration and you have chill duration from your traits. You've got two conditions. Berserker, you've got fire and burning, and you've got bleeding. That makes sense. Like, this is another problem that I have with Daredevil. Daredevil has poison. Okay, like Ranger has poison, but Ranger also has bleeding. Well, Ranger has poison damage. I don't know if that increases the duration. I think it does. I might be wrong. I don't know. But like, Thief needs to have a trait that gives 33% bleed duration, and Thief needs to keep the trait that gives 33% poison duration, because when you're building condition duration, if you don't have like two traits that matter, because you build for like two conditions really, one of those traits is absolutely wasted. If you get to 100% condition duration on Thief, which you literally have to do because of bleeding damage, you're wasting 33% duration on the poison. It's just wasted. Like, it's just irrelevant because you have to go to 100% for the bleeds. On Warrior or Berserker, if they take away the 33% burn duration, it's the same thing. The bleed duration may as well not even be there because it doesn't matter. Because it will be mandatory that you have to go to 100% duration for burning. It probably, like, it won't even be possible probably without 4 Nightmare runes and 2 Trapper runes with Viper's armor. So Berserker runes will be worthless on Daredevil, on, I mean, Berserker. Like, it's, why? Why would you take away the 33% duration? This is also assuming they're going to do that. They may not. They may just be changing. Like, King of Fires has 2 aspects to it. It has, like, the critical hits or whatever spread burning to other foes. Maybe they're taking that away and they're putting in the fire, like the fire aura stuff where you shatter it. That's what I hope they're doing, but kind of the way it was presented, I really
It's
think
just the way it was worded.
I think there's a possibility they're taking away the 33%, and I have a huge problem with that. I already have an enormous, like, I have a massive problem with it on Daredevil because they don't even care enough about Condi Daredevil to make it show up in the hero panel, the 33% from poison. Like, I don't know, that's just,
Yeah.
It's stupid. That's the nicest way to put it.
I also like when traits match up, and it's just like there's, I don't know, just that line that I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'll shut up.
You always
I
get
don't know what
so yeah. So you have equal duration buffs, right? So you get with a warrior, you've got 33% bleed and 33% burn, right? When you play a reaper, you've got
yeah, that's what I'm trying
20%
to
of bleed and chill, right? That's what you're
Like
trying to say.
you have to buy a mallet. I know Rim is just trolling, but like to play with Berserker runes, you have to buy a Malice Sigil. I am at 99.4% burn and bleed duration on Berserker. Like the Viper's back piece will put it to 100%. But like I'd rather well, it'll be like 101%. Yeah, it'll be 101%. But I'd rather have 101% like for the conditions that matter than have 133% for the only condition that matters on a build. Like that's stupid.
It is a bit stupid, but hey, uh, pistol got reworked, and now lots of the things pierce by default, and crackshot gives you more adrenaline.
Rifle.
Yeah, I bet you're happy about that.
You said pistol.
Oh, rifle, never mind, same shit.
Like
Might as well be a pistol. Who uses
Pistol is
rifle?
the same shit. Yeah.
this is again, this is the like this should have been in the game to begin with because here we go again. Pistol Thief is in the same state that Rifle was at the start of the game. Like, the auto attacks put on bleeds, but, like, the damaging skill, volley / unload, that scales off of power. Like, I don't understand the point of that other than the weapon set is supposed to look cool and have a gimmick. Like, it doesn't make sense in any build, and that's a problem. Like, I would love for there to be a pistol thief build. That would be awesome. Like, especially with Daredevil, where you, like, turn somersaults in the air, and then you can shoot people. Like, that'd be cool. Like, I wouldn't even care if it did no damage, like, but it made more sense. That'd be nice. Like, I don't get it. The more and more I think about this and the more and more I talk about it, I really feel like thieves are incredibly neglected.
Poor old thieves.
Yeah.
And they buffed a bunch of healing skills. For example, Healing Signet. It heals more. To the Limit heals way more. 40% more.
It's 20 hit points per second extra on heal signet. Wow.
Yeah, what a buff.
Again.
You know? Yeah. And they made Adrenal
I
Health
don't
better
know.
by 15% as well. So that's pretty cool, I guess. So now warriors will die 15% less, which is still a lot, but still.
That must be another PvP thing, right? Because
Yeah, it is.
warriors aren't really dying in PvE.
No, it's the fact that the lack of sustain for warriors is a little bit of an issue for them in PvP. But then again, that's because everyone else is complete cancer.
That's not really it. The problem with warriors in PvP is that people don't stand still and let you put 2 fire fields in their hitbox. Because that's what warrior was designed to do. Like, if you remember, Berserker was literally designed to only be a condition damage spec. And that would have been fine because every other weapon, like the Berserk burst skill, like those were designed to do shit with burning. Like the greatsword was, like the rifle is, I guess, gunflame. Now, like the only thing that really does it is like the longbow, and that's not really useful. Like you can hit someone from far away with it, but you can like pressure part of a point, I guess. You can pressure less of a point than you could before. Like what? They really should have just like gone balls to the wall with Berserker how it was and just made it like only condition damage or whatever. Because, or at least if they were going to change it, they should have done a better job to rework everything else so it would like make sense. Like, I don't know. Like I could totally see like a hybrid, like again, like an axe torch greatsword, like burn power berserker, like working. or like Axe Sword again with Great Sword. Like I could see that being a thing. Like it may not be like tier 0, but like it would be like more playable. Or like a sword torch, like sword with a great sword or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Don't know.
If anyone's going to come up with something after these changes, I think it'll be Rom. Because he's always the guy who just appears with some ridiculous warrior build and just goes ham with it. And I hope he does that again, because I kind of like to play my warrior in PvP maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I like playing mine too. And if they destroy King of Fires, I'll put it on the shelf again. I'll just play something else.
Mm.
Because that ruins the whole build. Like, I don't know. I can overlook it on Daredevil because Daredevil is a blast to play. It's incredibly fun, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Rim says that the amulets are really going to be the biggest difference.
I actually think that that's a very astute thing to say. The new amulets are really good, and they got rid of the stupid ones. They got rid of Celestial, Settlers, and Sentinel and Soldiers. Good riddance. Fuck off. They were ruining my PvP experience, making everyone just unkillable. And
They're ruining mine too, because I really wanted to play, what was it, Sentinel Turret Engineer again with Hammer. Like I was so looking forward to that, and then Sentinel's amulets being removed. Okay, I'm not looking forward to it anymore. I even made a GIF. I'll put my GIF in. Do you have, like, can you play GIFs on the stream?
I can, yes. I think I can, anyway.
If it doesn't ruin your day, it might be fun to put it on there.
I'll
put it in chat.
Yeah, hang on. I just need to open it on my machine. Okay.
I was pretty proud of this.
Put it in again.
Someone
put it in
in,
again. Oh, there it is.
someone
No, I
in
got it.
chat
No,
earlier
I got it.
was asking us to talk about engineers, and frankly, I don't know anything about engineer these days. I don't know if you guys do, or have anything to say about the changes, but
little
I
bit.
didn't even see them, honestly.
I'm not sure if I can play this file. Oh, damn it.
Oh. Is it too big?
I'm not sure if it will play webms. I don't know. Let's find out.
This one shouldn't. Like, I have a smaller one.
I'm sorry, Mike. We kind of interrupted you there. Please do continue.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's related to the engineer stuff. I am just interested to know if you guys know anything about engineer and PvP.
Oh, in PvP, no, absolutely not. I don't know what it does.
It's actually one of the professions I haven't really played. But I know what the...
Yeah,
I
stealth
tried,
stealth
and it was
gyro
too
is
hard.
broken.
Oh, but poor old sneak gyro. I actually... No, oh my god, that's... Oh my god, fuck. I crossed out the 20 and I put in another 20. That's what happens when you rush. But yeah, they double the cooldown on it, which is unfortunate. Poor old sneak
Is that going to
gyro.
make a massive difference?
Not
How
really.
often is stealth gyro even used?
I
All
mean,
the time.
it is
Really?
very, very annoying.
It's
Okay.
instant cast, like free stealth. And it persists after the gyro is killed or whatever.
Hmm.
Fair enough. It's news that I didn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Poor old gyro. I don't know. I like elites with short cooldown, so I'm obviously against this change because now it has a longer cooldown. But I mean, maybe
Yeah,
it's necessary.
I do.
It's kind of fun to have a gimmicky ability that you use all the time. But oh well. Yeah, they made hammer worse as well. They increased the cooldown on rocket charge by 2 seconds to 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a big deal. Well, it's pretty unfortunate. It's quite a bit worse. But I mean, Scrapper is really annoying in PvP right now. It's really hard to kill, and it's really fast. It just kills you. It's annoying. Oh well. I don't really care about any of this, though. The only thing I really care about is the fact that they made this stupid-ass piercing light worse. They halved the day's duration on it. Half a second from 1 second, and it's not unblockable anymore. There we go. So fuck you, piercing light. Fuck
Good.
you, dragon hunters.
Good, I guess.
It is good, but there's still a lot of anti-fun that the dragon hunter has that should be removed. Well, actually, I don't really care. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not overpowered. It's just annoying. It removes fun from the game. Yeah. Yes, the skill is fun, Saihan. Rocket Charge is amazing, but it's really good, and Scrappers are really good. They halved it because players are bad and complaining when they're bad. F you, Teapot. Oh shit, I've annoyed Merchant Chuck. Well, it's because Guardians need buffs. If you get hit by this, your game is over. That's not how it should be. There's no point in even playing after the Dragon Hunter has you in the traps. That's just stupid. It's not fun.
I have some friends from Yu-Gi-Oh! That like we were talking about Guild Wars 2. Yeah. We were talking about Guild Wars 2 the other day, and one of them was like, I just started playing the game again, and I was playing in PvP, and like I guess this was literally like what he said. He said, I guess Guardians are different now because I like went on a point and there were swords and I immediately died. I was like, yeah, that's what they do. And he was like, I just didn't really play after that. And I was like, yeah, I don't blame you. Like, if that's your first experience after you come back, or like fighting a bunker chronomancer, like, yeah, I wouldn't be interested either.
Yeah. The Smite
I was
condition
honestly expecting something a little more on the nose with like a trap card reference, but I guess not.
Oh.
Your disappointment, Brazil.
Solemn Strike.
Solemn Strike? Did someone say Solemn Strike? This card, you mean? What does it even do?
So it's really good because you can negate basically any monster effect, and like you only pay 1,500 life points, which really isn't that much, and it's a counter trap. And the thing about counter traps is that you can only respond to them with other counter traps. So like you can't really stop it. Like if a monster effect activates, you just go nope. And they can't. It's like, okay, let's just get wrecked.
Right.
I'm going to use this monster effect to blow up all of your cards. Solemn Strike. No, you're not. So, it's pretty cool.
I guess the last important thing that happened is the Thief shit, right? They made Thief a bit better. For example, they buffed the healing on Withdraw by 10%.
Did they actually, though? Are they actually going to do that this time, or are they just going to pretend that they actually put that in there?
Do you think it's going to be a meme? It's just going to be there constantly? They'll just put it in the patch notes every time. Hey! Every time they say it, it's just kind of like a joke. They say, yeah, we buffed it by 10% again. But actually...
Do you remember the old April Fool's patch notes that they used to do in Guild Wars 1, where they would just have skills and just weird shit just full of it? And this would be one of those patch notes. Increase base healing and withdraw by 10%.
The running joke.
Just at the bottom somewhere.
It's just a prank, bro. Yeah, it is. This 10% is just a prank.
I have that character name. I have a
just a
character
prank.
Just a prank, bro.
What is it? I think it's called It's Just a Prank, Bro. I think that's the name.
Wow. That's a good
Is it a
character
Mesmer?
name.
I think it's just a Necromancer or something. It's level 1. So I haven't done anything.
It's ready to
with it.
spring
Make it a
into
Mesmer,
action if you need it.
You use all the annoying skills that you can, and you just fuck with people with Chronomancer. Use all those annoying skills and then reset all your cooldowns.
That's
it's fine. It's fine, bro. It's just a prank. Whoa, whoa.
That's what I used to do in PvP on Turret Engineer. I had my Turret Engineer's name PvP Esports, and I had a guild called Turret, and the tag was NG.
I'm still in that guild.
I just troll people. Like I'd put my turrets in the air. Like people would come try to fight me, and they couldn't do anything. Like I had that video. I had a video where I put my turrets in the air, I got on a point, and then I tabbed out of the game and read complaint threads on the forums about Turret Engineer. Like, while killing a thief.
It was a good video. I enjoyed that.
Classic video. Classic Brazil video.
Yeah.
Daily Turret Engineer ones. Wow. But speaking of other things that happened, Basilisk Venom makes your attacks unblockable now. Raise your pog tamps. Twitch chat.
Nice.
It's amazing. Well, especially if you had Venom share. Aha! Suddenly you got 10 unblockable stuns. That's pretty good, I guess. Kinda.
Rip shelter, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's perfect
Oh wow,
for
that's
well
actually pretty brutal.
cognition. Well of precognition can't even block Basilisk Venom
Nope.
now.
Now that's actually really funny. Wow. Because it only applies block now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really don't like
Even more
Mesmers.
interestingly,
They deserved it.
This creates
Thief
the whole
has
idea that
unblockable CC. They have Wire Trap and like
they have.
Is that unblockable?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's a funny trap. It was actually really good in Mystic builds, but that's off topic, I guess.
But that makes Basilisk Venom not just an engage skill that you always put on as you engage. You might want to save it for a specific spot now.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to increase the amount of strategy in a skill.
It really is, and yeah, as you say, it means that you don't just put it on at the start of every fight and then use it again immediately, because you can be intelligent. You can get through the blocks.
More active gameplay.
Yeah, very active gameplay. Shame it's got a 1 second cast time though. It's gonna be really obvious, and people are just gonna knock you over, and then you're gonna fail. But hey, I guess if it was instant like all the other Venoms, that would be stupid. So it's not. They made Sword better as well. What do you think about that? And they made Dagger better.
I was talking to someone about this, and they were like, if you're playing Thief correctly, you don't really ever finish an auto attack chain. I was like, okay, that makes sense. So, I don't know. I guess it's nice, but I don't know that it makes a big difference.
I'm surprised all they did was touch the auto attacks really on Thief. Is that really enough to make it do enough damage? I mean, from what I understand, Staff is a physical, typical power damage Thief is actually pretty solid in raids. It does a lot of DPS. With just spamming Volt for massive crits, because they have Thieves have an amusing amount of damage multipliers actually. So you can get really massive crits. You can gain more than 30k crits easily with Thief, which is hilarious. That's pretty cool, I guess. And then there's they buff Bandit's defense as well. You block more, whatever. I don't care. I'm role playing as Brazil now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thieves.
Thieves, yeah. Get hyped for Thieves, guys. So excited. Oh, what's this?
Hi.
Oh. What is that? Oh. Wow.
This is a Star Wars Christmas special. I think that Wookiee's name is Lumpy.
Lumpy.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've kind of exhausted all these topics quite a while ago. So
Yeah,
I guess,
let's end the stream. I'll go to sleep.
yeah, I need to do something. I need to do things anyway. So we must thank our amazing guest, MagicalMike. Thank you for coming on the show, my friend. Would you like to tell us about what you do on the internet?
No, not really. I
Oh.
don't do.
Fair enough.
No. My name is World of Enders. And you can find me.
My name is World of Enders. I make Minecraft porn. Search for me on Pornhub.
Ugh. Nah, he's just the one who Googles it all the time. He searches it a lot. Okay.
All right.
Well,
Magical Mike 2 on YouTube, on Twitch as well. I am a massive role player on Twitch. I do Dungeons and Dragons streams every Sunday. You're laughing at me, but we do.
no, it's just you said role player. You just said
They do D&D on Thursday nights when I go to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Like they're D&D guys in the
Surprising
shop.
amount of fun.
Yeah,
You might take the piss, but it's fun.
they look like they're
No.
having a good time.
It is no. I don't. It's just the. I don't know.
We do that at 10 p.m. GMT, so that's tonight in just under a couple of hours. So if you wanna watch that, then there you go.
Do it.
And YouTube, I complain about Guild Wars 2 all the time. Well, a lot less recently because not been playing the game a whole lot. But yeah, there you go. That's me.
Boom. There he is. You should go subscribe and follow. Do that. What about you, Brazil? Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Brazil. You can find me by Googling Brazil GW2, and I'll be there waiting for you. We can go on a hot date. I can spoil Star Wars for you if you're into that, and I can speak French between your legs.
There you go. That's one hell of an advert. And yeah, you can just follow the stream right now. There's a button. If you're still awake, you can press it. You should definitely do it. It's pretty good. I think this is pretty entertaining. You can just do it, and then you'll be immortalized. Your name will come down from the top of the stream. You better do it quickly because we're going to go host someone and troll their stream and see if we get banned.
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, like last week. The guy banned us. He was like, haha, banned, smiley face.
Yeah. That was
Do
We
it
have
again, I
more
think,
viewers
but
than
that's
Wooden
pretty good.
Potatoes.
Should we host Wooden Potatoes and then
Yeah.
go and troll his stream?
We should do it.
But there's a D&T guy as well. Surely you want to go troll the D&T guy,
I don't
right?
give a shit about D&T.
Oh, okay. But should we
I know
base-
I know who that guy is. He's not even good, so whatever.
Okay.
Oh,
But yes,
no, sounds
I
fire.
also sporadically make YouTube videos, so you should, go subscribe there as well. I actually am so close to completing a video now. At long last, I will return. I've said I'll return for ages, but now I'm actually going to do it. But yeah, we're going to host Wooden Potatoes, so before we go do that, you should follow the stream.